Where's our teapot?
Oh, the titular teapot.
The one you never put any tea in.
Hello.
Hello, and welcome to Talks Around the Teapot.
My God.
I knew some of the words that time.
Hey.
You love it, really.
So we're back.
I really can't ever do that without thinking of, and welcome to Sheldon Cooper presents Sheldon Cooper's Fun Facts. Every time. Anyway.
Hello, everyone. Love.
Welcome to our new
Welcome.
setup.
Yeah.
Let us know what you think.
Yeah, hopefully it makes the show easier to watch and fit in around everything. But yeah, if you are confused about what is going on, we will have full schedules up on all our social medias.
If you're confused, we are too.
Yeah, honestly, we don't know what's going on.
By this point, if you're still confused, social media hasn't done her job. So,
My name is social media.
It's like a month later.
yeah.
Okay, well, I
This is
hope
right
you
at
did
the
my
end.
job. And hopefully, yeah, you've enjoyed the first month of our new setup and the first month of Act 2 of Demons and Daughters.
Yeah.
I'm frightened. I feel unwell. And we've got Kitta with us still, which is amazing and lovely. And I think we're going to have you a little bit longer, because apparently we're doing a prison break.
Yeah, I was not really... I feel like there wasn't really a set thing for how long I would be joining.
I didn't think you'd still be here by the end of this lot of filming.
No, but what I really like about it is I don't think Lyndon thought you would be, but then what I think happened, this is my theory because I know how Lyndon works as a DM, I think he was just thinking about the fact that you have this friend in prison, and I think you giving him an NPC in prison was like giving sweets to a child and being like, don't touch that. So obviously he had to make a storyline out of it.
And not only that, an Italian one, and I want to hear your Italian.
I can talk to her in Italian, so she can trust me.
Yeah, you can. Yeah.
Yeah,
I... Anybody...
Get a preview.
No.
Well,
To me, a Mario.
yay! You've got a week to work on it.
Not if she's dead.
Yeah, and I really thought that this was his way of getting you out.
So fully.
and then he was like, "You'll be joining us." Correct?
I'm really glad you are, because I love Marianne so much. Oh my god.
I've just realised one of the things that is doesn't matter.
I just feel like she deserves a proper
Conclusion.
conclusion.
I'm very excited because, I thought that was winding down for me to step out. I was like, I mean, yeah, it does make sense for her to want to step out at this point, because if she committed, she would be fully having to leave her entire life behind.
Yeah.
And she doesn't want to abandon her husband and all her family and everything.
Yeah.
She'd be very happy to help you if you guys are like, hey, people in this area, can you do some research for us? She'd be happy to do that sort of thing. But she can't really
be a part of the
Everything,
demon fighting.
And also because so much of what we're doing is we're looking for our dads, which you kind of don't have a personal stake in, you know?
Because the other thing too is then all the stuff that you want to do about looking into these kids, not that we don't want to do it, but
the
it's
children
not our
are
priority.
dead.
Yeah.
The children are missing.
Children...
it's looking for our dads, and then it's okay, I guess now that you've helped us, we need to help. Yeah.
Must be love.
Yeah, but the children have very much shown up dead at this point.
Yeah.
So it's well, that's kind of a dead end.
DM is just wearing my dad's ring on his middle finger at me behind the camera because he's deranged.
Exposure therapy, babe.
Oh my god, Be Real just went off. Should we do a Be Real?
On...
I was taking a picture of Lyndon, I wasn't looking at my phone.
We'll edit this out.
No, we won't. I want people to
Nobody wants to see us taking real pictures.
So boring.
Okay.
Oh, mine's not...
I'll do a close-up of you.
I can't get it.
This is so the way my dad takes a picture.
Yeah, it is. That is really dad.
That is post exactly how my dad does it.
Shall we talk about the episodes?
Yes.
So we're going back to the start of... Oh.
Would you like a reminder? I'm terribly sorry, Rosalind, but I really must have your hand.
He's been joking about, he's been doing that and, getting the words wrong every time, and you've really been you always get the words wrong, and that's why he's deliberately been doing this.
Yeah, because word perfect when it's real in the game. But like, of course, I don't even know where to begin with this. I'm actually a bit overwhelmed. I can't cope.
Just cope. Fixed it for you.
You just need to get to the point where you have 7th level spells, and then you can cast Regenerate. You'll be fine.
Yeah, but by then she'll just like.
He's not gonna let that happen.
No.
Who knows?
I think we said very early on that in our universe you can't regrow limbs.
Oh, okay.
Which I now understand why you said that.
That is a very specific thing to
decide.
But we were all just like, yeah, that makes sense. Like, I get why you're saying that.
Yeah.
Because it was when we were talking about, like, re-rolling hit points and stuff. Because he was, like...
Because we're doing the, like, hardcore healing thing.
Yeah.
That it does make sense.
Because you wouldn't grow a limb back in real life.
No.
Unless you're...
I mean,
lizard.
Yeah, lizard, yeah. Or that guy who had his liver eaten out by birds.
What?
Prometheus.
Yeah, that's him. That's him.
I thought you meant a real
Like, you went a real person.
Sorry, my brain didn't go to Prometheus.
Why did you?
Because it's the guy who gets his liver eaten out by birds.
Lizards or Greek gods.
Oh, God, actually.
Whatever.
Okay.
Right, somebody needs to give this beginning structure.
So
It started...
We need Rio.
We need Rio.
So yeah,
Started
you
with
were
you. Yeah.
Right, it started with me
Walking
getting
through the
lost
streets.
because I rolled like shit. Which was...
fitting though.
Yeah. I mean, I get, like, it made so much sense, but it was odd because every time we've talked about what it might be like when we come back together, it was always under the assumption that Rosalind was going to get back first.
Yeah.
It was interesting it being the other way around.
Yeah.
Because I feel like every time we talked about it, that's sort of like how we were imagining it.
Yeah.
But I'm like, obviously not. Like, do you know, like now I'm like, of course.
I just assumed that you would get your hand chopped off and then just walk back.
What, to the battle?
No. Back to temple.
Yeah.
That's what you should have done.
I mean, that's what
I
she did.
didn't
She
even-
just
oh,
got lost.
No, he thinks she should have gone back to the battle.
Oh.
I
I
didn't
would have
even
died.
take into consideration that you might have been lost.
Yeah, but then I did because when I picture it, like I can see that time of being in those alleys is so visceral and such like a horrible Rosalind memory, and it's so like dizzy. It like the memory of it, like everything is spinning and like all the walls are like a maze and like a rabbit warren, and like even if in daytime I would know them because of what had just like everything was like spinning and nothing was real and like everything was like distorted. Like to her when she was there. So like obviously she wasn't just gonna like find her way back easily.
Yeah.
But still.
But I'm glad at how easy it was to get Talia to fucking go back.
Yeah.
Because I was really like, there is a really big chance that she was like, the Viscount's just taken her. Okay. Guess we're going to the Viscount's to go find her. And then Talia would have died. She would have been
Yeah,
deceased.
the Viscount would have just like eviscerated her in like one spell.
Who knows?
And it really took Albert being Troy Bolton.
Get your head in the game.
And I was like, right, okay, I suppose so.
Yeah. It was also just like Albert being like, I can't carry Harold by myself.
Yeah.
Also, I think
like-
you pointed out the very first thing that was said in the episode.
Yes.
Can somebody please explain what the
And then
was going on?
nobody did.
And then no one did.
The thing that killed me was you said that and Talia just walked off silently. Talia was
I can't
No,
follow
no. What actually happened was you asked that, then I turned back into a human, which kind of gives the impression now I'm going to talk to you. And then I walked away.
I was like, I can't follow. I'm stopping this man from bleeding out.
Yeah. Your father.
You didn't talk for so long.
Yeah.
I mean,
Again.
that's very Aggie core.
Yeah, but it's also very, I've just like, that's my dad. He's
Yeah.
just appeared. What the fuck?
Yeah, I don't know what I was feeling, honestly. I was a bit like,
That's fair. What's it like having him around, like unconscious but there?
so weird. I was not planning on just never leaving his side, but I physically feel like I
No,
can't.
that's fair.
And when, I know this is a later point, but when you were not there, I felt, I was like, nah, like.
There's beef brewing.
What a bitch.
There's beef.
You never explicitly told me to
I
stay
know.
with him 24/7.
Yeah, I do
I
think
know,
that
I
was
get
implied,
that. I
to
get
be
that,
fair.
but yeah, I mean, I don't know what's happening right now.
Okay, back to where we were.
Yeah, go back to where we were, sorry.
I don't know where. I almost forgave Jonathan. I was almost just like, okay, I'm gonna trust you completely and like everything is for you.
Ha ha ha.
But you didn't.
No, because he didn't do anything.
Yeah.
Like, everyone was this is really when, like, she needs to chill. Because,
She is a teenager going
Yeah.
through a lot. We do
'Cause-
need to have empathy for these girls.
Yeah.
everyone was really like, okay, we need to fix Harold up, which makes sense, because the man was about to
And
die.
also Harold was there. Like, they could physically help Harold.
But I was really like, nobody even cares that she's gone. Why is nobody looking for her as well?
Oh
Like,
no, flashbacks to our dads.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Tell me about it. I was like, oh, okay, again. That's why I didn't forgive him.
Fair. That's
Yeah.
fair. That's fair.
No offense.
That's fine. You were both very preoccupied at the start with very different but like equally like huge things.
Yeah.
So like fair enough.
I feel so bad for you, bro. You were just sat
Especially
there
like
so
you
much.
in that first episode when we were all having the like immediate emotional fallout of everything. Because Marianne was really just like, okay, but can somebody tell me what's happening though? Like I get that you're all having meltdowns, but like
It was really, there were so many times where like we'd sort of go through the three of us and then it would get to you and I'd be like, yeah, you've really sat there just like for so long. And then you're like, I'd like to investigate, please.
Well, none of the books are in languages I can read.
Yeah.
yeah, we
Isn't
went
it annoying?
through that. It is annoying.
Marianne's next project is learning Latin.
No, same. And
Yeah.
every time we're like, she speaks Italian, is there anything she can get from it? And he's like, no, that's not how D&D language works. So we don't get that.
Well, it's at least Marianne has more like free time than you guys, so she can
That's
just speed
true.
through learning Latin.
Yes.
And if ever the men aren't being helpful,
Yeah.
you can just like
That would
send
be
a book to
good.
her and be like,
Yes.
translate
Yeah.
it, please.
Because
Or
honestly,
we
we
might
should stop taking it to
no,
Madam
because
B.
my other thought was like we are gonna have to take stuff to Madam B if Lucas isn't fit to help soon, because like there's so much stuff we need to look into. Are you having stuff about Lucas?
I had a really unhinged thought about Lucas.
What
What?
was it? Kissing thought?
No.
Him and Rosalind?
No.
Killing him.
No.
What was it?
It was about Lucas and Jonathan.
What?
Oh, I didn't think about putting them together.
No, Lucas is my new replacement and like the kid that Jonathan cares about the most.
Oh no, I've thought that. I've thought that before.
And I was really like,
Yeah, no, I've thought that before. I don't
I was
think
like, oh,
Rosalind
that's
has.
who I'm
I think
supposed
I
to
have.
be because that would have been a son.
For me, it's more just like Lucas is like a good child
Yeah.
to Jonathan. Do you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
he does everything Jonathan says.
Yeah.
And he's like a shy little boy.
Yeah.
Like
That was fun. So thanks for that.
you really went in on Lucas at the start.
No, I didn't.
No, for somebody who like I think of Lucas as being so fragile, and you were really like, I grab him by his shoulders and I'm like, there's something
yeah.
you can do.
There was.
There wasn't. Man did nothing.
No, he just ran away like a coward.
He's very mentally ill. I don't think we can call him a coward.
Traumatized.
I know.
Like, man,
I know, but to
so
Talia, she
traumatized.
was really like, I get it, but like, pull yourself the fuck together, she's missing.
Get your head in the game.
Get your head in the
Literally,
game.
because I was really like, I get that you're going through it currently, you're safe, you don't need to go anywhere. Like, she's out there at the moment, it's kind of more important.
There was a moment that it just shows how scary as a DM you are. When you were talking about the lift coming down, there was a moment I was like, is it me?
Yeah, no, same.
I was like, are you bringing someone, has somebody infiltrated?
No,
because,
same.
because I was like, it would be such a thing for you to set it up and everyone think it was going to be me, but then it not be.
Yeah. I was more surprised that it was you.
Same. I was like, oh, thank God.
Viscount just walks in.
Yeah.
Could you imagine the hell that would break loose? if
Well,
the
Talia would
Viscount-
immediately die because she would immediately try and kill him and then get fucking smacked down.
We're all pretty low on health. Could probably one-shot all of you in one round.
Yeah, Marianne had 9 HP at that point.
So, yeah. But it was me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that was
For a while you hid your...
Yeah, that was horrible. That was a really horrible time, to be honest. So much of those first 2 episodes for me, I really like, I don't not remember, but I really like Rosalind's memories of them are so like, they're all kind of like fuzzy and like overwhelming, like really just overwhelming, I think. Like, I was really struggling to speak a lot in like this whole run of episodes. And it was interesting because I don't remember when it was, but there was a moment when like we all had to talk. I think it was when we were saying what we saw at the ball and you were the one recounting everything. And I really had a moment where I was like, oh my God, I'm so proud of Talia because like Rosalind can't speak and that's her job. Like anytime we have to explain or say anything, like, and I was really like, oh my God, well done. Because like Rosalind actually can't do that at this point. So that was nice.
You're welcome.
I'm jumping ahead. What? How? I don't know. I don't know how to talk about it.
We said the way to be good to your girlfriend is run bath.
We did.
Oh yeah.
We
Thomas
said
and Talia
bath
both
with
were like,
bubbles.
we're like, run girlfriend bath. She will be okay.
If we get in quick enough, we can make sure she doesn't get cholera.
Yeah.
That is unfortunately what is. I'm surprised we haven't had to do con saving throws against like cholera and
I just think he
typhoid.
thinks that's too boring. Like he wants us to die dramatic death.
Yeah, that's fair. What else would he? Cholera, typhoid,
All of them. Like
dysentery.
dysentery.
Because we jumped in with open wounds.
Just salmonella, classic salmonella in those days.
You jumped in with 2 gunshot wounds.
Yeah, you were wounded.
I was the only one unscathed.
I hadn't had damage at that
To be
point.
fair, I hadn't had much damage. It was the second fight that really.
Yeah, but
really
you
fucked
still
me.
had
Yeah, I said
like,
yeah.
shot or something.
Maybe I'll make you all roll for it.
Maybe sepsis as well.
Viscount had been sliced, but like he's got fucking magic to him.
Can you imagine that though? If we got.
He just died.
That would be so good. He died shitting himself from dysentery.
Please.
Then you can be like, oh yeah, I killed him. I killed him because you pushed him in.
Yeah.
Did. Do you know what? She spent so much of that first episode being like, I fucking saved him.
Yeah. No,
Like, I
yeah.
wanted him alive and I
Yeah.
could have fucking killed him.
Yeah.
I couldn't have, but
No,
she was
but
really like,
yeah, no, but that is how Talia thinks. What was your experience of? Because it's so odd. Like, because obviously as a player you knew what he had done, but like, what was it like? Talia like seeing that for the first time.
I don't know. I think I really sat and did nothing for like 10 minutes.
Yeah. Well, because that was when Jonathan was really like, let me like take care of this.
I was really trying to, she was very shocked and like, obviously, and didn't know what to do and was really just like, okay. And then she was really playing through like what was the correct thing that was going to like make you feel better, but not like bring awareness to it, but not like make you feel like there was something wrong with you, but like tell you that you're
Talia said run a bath.
Yeah.
That's what she landed on.
And no, what she landed on was, okay, I can't like actually try and articulate anything that will help. What will help is you need to get out of all of these things and you need to get back into
because
what
that
you
was
are.
around the time I started freaking out about it being all of his stuff on me.
Because like I knew
That
that
kind
you
of
were going to do that.
coincided.
Like just before it happened, I was
Yeah.
like, okay, we
She's
need
gonna
to
realise in a second.
Yeah. So it was just like, let's get you back to like your neutral state.
Yeah, I am so
And, like,
glad that
clean you up.
she did that and like hid all of his other stuff, because that was such like the first really big overwhelming thing was like, oh my god, I like what all of his like he's on me still, because it was all of his like he'd bought everything that she was wearing and like designed it with her, and it had been with that one as well because it had been like check-ins at the Velvet Masquerade, like there was so much around all of that, and like that was the first thing that I really like couldn't move past until it was like done. And then we had the most unsexual undressing and bathing scene ever.
No, because it really was. It was really like, okay, I just need to like take care of you.
Yeah, it was really
It was sweet.
what Rosalind needed, but it was really just like sad.
Yeah.
Like that it was like
Like
that.
it was
like
so
it was so
sad.
sad.
I was so sad for like all of it.
Same.
It was really like breaking my heart the entire time.
Yeah. Rosalind was so
Like Talia
like,
really went around and picked up every single pearl that was on the floor.
yeah.
Bet you didn't get them all.
Probably not, but she was really trying desperately to like take note of where all of them went.
Yeah. Yeah. And I feel like that first night, Rosalind like, it was so, like, it is really hard to talk about what that experience was like. But I feel like she speed ran a lot of things that she's going to go through over this next arc, like, in that night. Because a lot of the Frederick stuff started coming up, but she didn't quite register. But then it was just, you know, like, all of this stuff was coming up at once, but, like, she wasn't, like, none of it was coming up fully and deeply because there was just too much. And I think a lot of things are going to start playing out for her properly now, because I do think this has kicked off, like, huge changes for her, like, in almost every arc she has and every piece of development she needs to have.
Talia has canonically now blamed Frederick for that, so...
Yeah, oh my god, yeah. There was that whole bit where she was like, Frederick should have known. Like, Frederick should have stopped that happening. That was a lot, actually. That was quite a lot.
I really said a lot of Frederick things, and I was really in the back of my head like, why are you saying this? Fucking stop.
No, but all the Frederick stuff is... Like, I can't put this down. Like, I'm so attached to him in my soul at the minute. And, yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. It's all such a, like... To me, like,
I don't know where the first one ended and the second one
We went to
started.
bed.
Lol.
Yeah, and we were meant to level up, and then we had a whole.
Oh, yeah.
We had a whole episode.
Oh, yeah, these
where we
guys are
hadn't
all
leveled
level
up.
4 now. We're now all level 4.
Well, I'm not.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
I'm level 3 gunslinger.
with a level in
with a
something.
level in something else.
Yeah.
We'll find out.
That still makes you level 4 though.
Oh, I guess. Yeah.
Oh, you gave us horrible dreams.
Yeah.
But no, he gave you guys horrible dreams. I got to pick my own dream. That was weird.
That
Why?
was
Why
weird.
was that? Did you just not know what to give me?
I like to mix it up.
Yeah, I felt like you just were alternating. I don't know. I just felt like you were gonna like mix it up.
Just being silly.
Giving people opportunities to flex their own creative dreaming.
My dream wasn't very creative.
Your dream was like
Mine
not
was
nice.
Your
though.
choice.
No. Oh,
What?
I realised afterwards that she like almost had half of another dream.
Oh, do you want to share it on talks?
No, but I'll share it. That makes it sound wrong. No. No.
Okay.
Fair.
Okay. Also, I know it's so nothing, but like Thomas being like, oh yeah, I recognise him.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Especially because that ended up being a really sweet moment because he was like, oh yeah, like everyone always loved him. Like he was such a good guy.
Yeah.
Like that
I
was
think
actually
he,
really sweet.
I think he was like, oh, this girl's dad is a patron, but I don't actually know which one they're referring to. And then maybe he finally looked at him and was like, oh, that guy.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, I know that one.
But it was really, Thomas was really like 10 out of 10 supportive boyfriend
He was.
in this run.
I was
Run
having
bath.
I was having a mentee bee. Thomas was very lovely.
Yeah.
He was.
The opposite of Jonathan.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jonathan to you.
I was like getting patched up and I was like, can I have any answers, please?
And he was
was
like,
like,
no.
no.
It's like, no, in fact, we might lock you up.
And then I told him what happened. And that's why Marion didn't say anything when you were giving your account, because she was just sat there like, so
Yeah.
it's exactly what I said.
Yeah.
We'll get the girls to corroborate your stories.
Oh, fuck off.
He was just keeping his options open.
Do you know what was really weird? Skipping forward again, is him like being like, I don't think we should have it. I don't think. Talia, what are we doing? That was really like, what are you doing?
He's learned his lesson of like just steamrollering everything the girls say. Like, I think he's definitely trying to get Talia back on side again.
Yeah.
But it's not going to work. But like, bless
I
them.
know it worked for the Viscount.
Anyway, what was happening next? I actually can't deal with that right now.
Oh, Harold squeezed my hand.
Oh,
Spoke to him. He squeezed my hand, which was nice.
Yeah. Both the times that you like had a heartfelt like talk to Harold, like it was so good in that first one as well when you were saying like, but there are things that we need to talk about.
gonna have a
and
long
I need
talk.
to say them. Like, all three of us were like smirking. We were all like, yeah.
That was so
hold him
good.
accountable.
I was like, yes, we want you to be well and okay, but you fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good moment.
That was really good.
Because I really like couldn't take my eyes off of you, but just like in my peripheral, I kept seeing
same.
Kitty being like, yeah.
I kept seeing like grins. I was like, yeah, boy.
It was good. It was a good moment.
Yeah.
And your second one was good too. That was really sad.
Yeah.
He was like, keep going, and you're like, yeah, keep going.
No, stop. That was so sad. But I'm also like, that's definitely like what he was saying to Frederick and Gilbert.
Yeah.
Like,
That's
and
definitely what he was saying to Frederick.
We'll get there. Well, right, so second episode.
We wake up and
Have a meeting.
Yeah, it gave the account of like what happened.
Yeah.
Planning things.
That was rough
And-
times for me, to be
You know, I'm
honest.
being like, I need to go see if my husband's alive.
yeah, that's
yeah.
what
And
it
he
was.
is.
And he is.
My husband's alive.
Which is good. All of us were like, oh.
No, the moment of pure joy that was followed by like, oh no.
I also was wondering whether it was going to like not actually be him. It'd be like somebody who'd like illusioned, and it
Yeah.
was just going to be someone else who was like,
Yeah.
this is Calvert, sword.
Yeah. I was worried.
I
about
was
that.
worried about that.
Yeah, but I
enjoy that you went back. You're like, you're alive. You're weird. Bye. And then you just like immediately left again. You're like, I'm packing and I'm leaving.
Yeah.
Like pack all her stuff. She just like
In case she had to be there, like.
But I just think that that's really funny.
It is a really.
I mean,
funny
yeah,
reaction.
we give each other space, so it probably wouldn't even like
Yeah.
the fact that I didn't know the party was cancelled was probably a bit odd to him. But then
Yeah.
it was morning, like
But maybe he just thinks you're really busy. You said, you had lots of different appointments that day. Like,
Yeah.
he just is like, oh, she's just busy. She's just confused.
yeah, it's like well, it not necessarily confused, but like we both do have a lot of, we keep ourselves occupied and stuff, and we give each other space.
Yeah.
Like
And we-
that sounds really bad.
I've also just realised that you guys walked in with weapons as well.
He's used to.
Thing is, he knows she trains as a monk.
Yeah.
He knows.
That's very slay.
He is a very supportive husband.
Yeah.
And that's why he'd probably be like she's doing some of that stuff.
Yeah. And I
Don't ask too much.
Do you know what?
But yeah, he's supportive of.
You and Daniel are really like the healthiest like marriage we've ever had on this show. Like genuinely.
We did drop some lore that people didn't pick up on though.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And you obviously didn't, otherwise you'd be talking about it.
Yeah, I feel like
I tried to be subtle, but like not subtle. But yeah, you missed it. That's okay.
there's some things where I'm
I mean,
like,
I wasn't really paying attention because I wasn't there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Part of
What
me-
a great player.
I'm usually really engaged with stuff, but like those first few especially, I was really just like, I was terribly sorry, Rosalind, terribly sorry, Rosalind. Like that was genuinely what my experience
I get that,
was.
though. Like sometimes when we're playing, like I'll be hyper aware of what's happening. Other times I have no clue
Yeah.
what's happening.
Splashing the ring at me again.
yeah, there are certain things with about Daniel and Marianne where if it doesn't come up in the next, like before I leave, I feel like we should just drop it and just see your reactions. 'Cause it'd be so funny.
Yeah, definitely if it's like you're about to leave and we don't know, like just
To be fair,
lol. They're beards, they're both gay.
Marianne was like, I was out all night, and Daniel was like, all right.
Yeah.
Everyone which was a swinger in Regency England.
But they don't have children.
They don't.
to be fair, Marianne is 2022.
Yeah.
It's not that suspicious,
No.
really. And also, sometimes people can't have children.
Yeah, no, I didn't think that was sus at all. I was just
No,
like,
I didn't
you're
think it was
young
sus, it was
and
just the
whatever.
comment.
Yeah.
No, because there was just like something in your tone where you were like, oh, and I was like, oh, that's sad.
Yeah, it is sad you don't have children. What purpose does your life have?
Wow.
Oh.
That's uncalled
It
for.
wasn't it?
Oh, sorry, we finished playing.
What was I gonna say? I forgot. But yeah, I also really enjoyed that Thomas was just there in your house.
Yeah. We found out his surname though.
Oh, Thomas Fitz.
That's cute.
That's really cute.
Agatha Fitz.
Agatha Fitz.
Agatha
You're so
Fitz.
going to be doodling like Mrs.
With the
Agatha
hearts
Fitz.
and
I wanted to know it because
Thomas doesn't fit. Anyway.
Oh,
is that
oh,
it?
you're so stupid. I love you. What the fuck?
But yeah, Agatha doesn't want the Pentecost name,
No.
Valid.
so
That's fair.
that's why I was like really hoping that.
Rosalind wants to be a Bronte.
Yeah, that's
Like,
fine.
what
Because
else?
Talia doesn't not want to be a Bronton, so we'll just be Brontons together.
I was really wanting
She
to
really does.
find out his surname so that I can.
Imagine it.
Doodle it in your diary.
Yeah.
I mean, if you marry him before your dad wakes up, there's nothing your dad can do about it.
That's so true.
That is true.
That's actually very true. And like, where's your mum? Who cares about her?
Don't give a shit about
Exactly.
And I
His last
just
name is the Bull, so it's Agatha the Bull.
and I
His
just
name is.
I just think that Albert would let you.
Albert just wouldn't care. Like Albert's only rules were don't get pregnant and don't die.
Yeah. And if you were like, we're doing this and we need you to fix it, I just think you would.
I agree.
Yeah.
Although Albert did have some
Oh,
that we haven't covered,
Didn't cover that. I just,
which is valid of him. to
which
be
is
honest.
valid.
I wasn't
But also, he was like, "Oh, you left me behind. I trusted you." But then in the second episode, I think it was the second part, where he admitted that, oh, like there was stuff happening up top.
Yeah.
And I was like, surely
Yeah,
you would
have
understand
said that,
why
yeah.
I ran away. Otherwise I would
Yeah.
have died.
Oh, he understands why you ran away.
He thinks it's because we're women.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I really didn't like the just the really subtle like I don't know what I expected like
Yeah, that bit was
like oh no it was like I shouldn't have put that.
How
on
many
you,
demons
like-
did Albert kill tonight?
One.
He had to get there.
Also, Albert being like, oh yeah, that was all of them. We killed them, right?
Yeah, no,
that's what-
Yeah. And then he was like, oh, I didn't even think that there would be that many. And I'm like, okay, so you don't know how many there are.
no, because really like
Stupid fuck.
going back to that meeting that morning, and I don't know if this was just because Rosalind's brain was so horrendous, but like everything the men were saying, I didn't understand. I was really
Yeah.
like, what do you mean? That doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Like, what do you mean you only thought there were like 5 demons hunting you?
Yeah.
What do you mean you think that that thing didn't come all the way through?
Yeah.
Like, they just brought it out to kill a bunch of people and then put it back. Why? What's the point of that? Like,
Yeah.
Silly.
And I was really like, if they were just bringing it out like a little bit, then like, why were all the people in the ballroom? Why, what? I'm so confused because we saw blood and people being killed.
Yeah.
yeah, this is why I'm a bit like, okay, so they can't be alive, but like Daniel is, but maybe Daniel was, I don't know, but like the look on the
Maybe, I'm
Don't look
thinking
at
maybe
me.
the people in there got replaced.
yeah, that's what I'm worried about.
Or like their bodies are alive but their souls have been consumed sort of thing.
Yeah. Like something of them is gone. But then we saw blood, which suggests like physical bodies being like destroyed.
So I think they might have been like replaced. By
Yeah.
The shapeshifters.
It's just a bunch
Which
of
is
changelings.
terrifying because that's like half of the London elite.
Yeah.
That's a lot of
It's
society.
like most of the London.
Yeah. That is a lot of people in
wanna know
high
what the
positions of
Viscount
power.
know.
That's people around the king, who canonically is like the reason things are crumbling is because the new king didn't do a ritual to strengthen the wall between worlds.
Ah.
That's a thing we've been told. Because
Can't wait
our
to get back
dads were
to it
really in
again.
with the last king.
Yeah.
So, ooh, yeah.
The third,
A mad king.
the mad one. Yeah.
Maybe he wasn't so mad in Demons and Daughters first.
I mean, he wasn't that mad in real life.
Yeah,
He was
to be
just
fair to
He
him.
was just being given like, was it Mercury?
Yes.
Yeah, he was like, wasn't he
way
just like
they
a
were
bit
treating
a
him.
bit unwell, and then they like
Gave him a bunch of
gave
Mercury.
him- they gave him poison.
Justice for King George, to be honest.
Honestly,
But yeah, that meeting was weird. Like I mean, I knew Rosalind wasn't going to get anything from it because of how she was, but like even as a player, I didn't really gain anything from it.
Yeah, and every time I said something,
Rude.
I feel like every time I tried to clarify something, they just said the same thing again. And
I
was
don't
like,
mean like I didn't gain. I just mean like information and like knowing what to do and what was going on.
Yeah.
Wise, I'm none the wiser. You know. And also, it was really horrible that you made Rosalind like tell everyone what happened. Like, I really hated that. That was like the most difficult thing ever.
You're welcome.
It's really hard.
Yeah,
I was trying to respect her boundaries.
Yeah, everyone was really like, okay, we're not going to
Was
acknowledge
it Jonathan
Yeah.
who was like, okay, and then what happened to you?
Yeah.
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 Yeah, that was really so hard.
Yeah.
Do you know what sorry, you
So I think we did the exact same facial expressions when we realised, when we saw the hand, it was just like the looks, wide eyes, look away.
Yeah, which is like polite, respectful. Thank
I was like,
you.
that's a lot, but don't wanna, you're clearly on the edge.
I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah.
Okay,
I think there's also like anyone with that, but then it's like it's Rosalind on top of that.
Do you know what really angered
Grinds
me
my
in that?
gears.
Do you know what really grinds my gears? Jonathan kept being like, yes, we'll do what we do. We'll destroy them. We'll do all this. I'm like, bitch, what the fuck have you done? Nothing. Nothing. You don't do shit.
Someone's got to take charge.
I'm going to kill him.
And I believed her.
Yeah.
We do this and we do that. You don't do fucking anything.
He really hasn't done anything until this point.
For somebody who's decided that he's in charge of everything, he's really done nothing.
all he does is go out, buy us food, and then make
He really is the
Man
servant.
is a chef and he's like, I'm in charge. No, but he also, the one thing I will give him is like, at least he knew enough medicine to like patch us all up.
Yeah.
You know?
We'll give him that. We'll give him the benefit of the doubt.
Because there was a moment where I was like, and it wasn't a nice moment, but like when he was the one sorting out Rosalind's wrist, there was really a moment when I was like, oh, like you used to help me when I was a little girl, you know, like, oh, you would actually patch me up then. And like, that wasn't a nice moment because none of those are nice memories for Rosalind. But like, it was a thing. And I had a moment with it. Like, it didn't mean I wasn't scared of him and wasn't, you know, there wasn't all of the usual stuff there is with him, but there was a layer of softening because he had done that for her.
The weird moment where you didn't know what I was doing when you sent me off to get Marianne was
Oh,
'cause
yeah.
I realised that I was leaving Rosalind alone with Jonathan and I almost didn't do it.
Oh, I knew that's what that was.
Yeah, but he was really confused. He was like, okay, so you go? And I was like, yeah, that's what that was.
Because for a moment I didn't know if you were going to go.
No, because I didn't know if I was going to go.
Like, I thought Rosalind was going to have to be like, it's okay, you can go.
Yeah. Just to clarify what that moment was for you.
Yeah, I suppose there are a few conversations Jonathan still needs to have with you.
What?
Feeling better.
What? But to be fair, she's a lot less scared of him since all this has happened because she just doesn't have the mental and emotional energy for that. You know, like that's softened a lot. Like it still is there.
You spoke up loads and I was really proud of you.
And do you know what? It was so the opposite of what I was expecting. Like every time it took Taya by like massive surprise. But then I was also just like fair because that was in like the first, like she was still like nothing had even remotely sank in. Like she was just operating on like sheer overwhelm still. So it was like, and also like I don't know, like they just came out and I was like, what? It was the one about like, yes, and men love to believe women, don't they? I was really like, Rosalind, I was really like, good lord. Wow. But you know, it's just one of those things where I'm like, this whole arc is horrendous and like this is going to be a really bad, dark time for her. However, it is going to get her through the arc and evolution that she's always needed to have.
Yeah.
So like, you know, it's what it is. DM does good DMing.
Did anything else happen in the second session? Because we're still only on the second episode.
I think it ended, no, because it
ended
ended right
with me
you
seeing Daniel.
No, it ended with us being like, yeah!
And then I was
Yeah.
So we're
So
kind of
you-
like halfway through 3 right now.
Yeah.
yeah, so
3? What was going on in 3?
yeah, I talked with Daniel, collected some papers.
Yeah.
You
We
healed.
went back.
Oh.
And
Yeah, and then
oh
you-
my god,
Yeah.
that was weird.
And that was when you healed him, and that's when he was
He
whispering.
was listening to Frederick, which set you off.
Yeah.
Are you able to talk about that or not?
Well, I mean, she
Okay.
said it now, so I guess we just
Yeah,
can.
I guess.
So when you're going to be mad that me and Taya went to be bonkers in the woods again.
We needed to.
Okay,
But
what happened?
I had a realization with one of my songs that's like a Gilbert song where I realised, like, where she realised that she's going to have to actively be like, okay, we now need to not look for Gilbert because we have to find Frederick. And she had that realisation of, yeah, now's the time that, like, we're going to go find Frederick. And, like, Gilbert's not anybody's priority. So that was fun.
Oh.
And then, yeah, Harold being like, Frederick, I was like, oh, there's that then. Okay.
fair.
So that's why she had to go and be mental at a statue for a bit.
Have you explained to the
Oh,
audience
right.
what your bonkers thing is you like to do to get into character?
Do we need
in
to?
the woods?
Uh,
So I say bonkers, I mean bogsters.
So there's a form of theatre that me and Taya do, and we've started a company with it, and Morne is one of our actors in a future
Yeah.
Pride and Prejudice.
So-
but we do ensemble improvised movement.
which is what it sounds like.
Yeah.
But basically, what we like to do this was our third time doing it, and they've been kind of
I
spaced.
feel like we have told them this before.
Yeah. But it's just like we listen to our playlists and go bonkers in the woods together.
Not any woods though. You go so far, you have to catch a train.
No, but the thing is, we have to keep it updated because things change. So the first one we did was with the playlist that is on Patreon that is the joint one, that's Taya and Rosalind, and that kind of charts, you know, their childhood through to the start of the game.
Yeah.
So we had to play that right at the beginning because all of the stuff between them in the first few episodes, it was like completely unspoken, but we needed to feel it.
Yeah.
So we were like, let's do this thing to our playlist. And then
We
the
did it
second
again.
one was when we had our own playlist and
Which
all
are
the
also on
characters were
Patreon.
really like fully formed. And then this one was because we both had to basically make new playlists from the end of the last episode. I have a playlist that is entirely about the situation with the Viscount, and most of my songs are about the Viscount.
I mean-
or my dad. So that was fun for me this episode.
Mine aren't new from the end of the last episode, but I did add like 12 new songs, so it's like half new. But yeah, that's what we did, and I had that realization, and that was really a lot. And I thought that it wouldn't like come up in game for a while.
I didn't think it would come up this quickly because
No.
when you said it, I thought that would be the case because Harold would have intel on
Yeah.
Frederick. And then I was really like, oh, I was right because he started saying Frederick's
Yeah.
name. I was like, oh, he was obviously near Frederick when Frederick got lost or taken or whatever.
Yeah, I think he was looking for Frederick.
I think they might have gotten.
No, I think they were separated.
Yeah.
That's why he was like, keep going, keep going.
I think they were separated, and now his priority is to find Frederick.
Well, I don't think he has a priority because I think he's like, because he's unconscious.
Yeah.
like,
Priority isn't
But
it?
his subconscious.
but I think
That's my
it's just-
priority.
what I think is he's going to have more of an idea of where Frederick is and how to find him. In my head, Gilbert is always the one who's like the most lost.
Yeah, and I think that there's a reason for that,
Which is,
that everybody thinks Frederick's more important.
yeah.
So that's why everybody cares more about Frederick, and that's why his subconscious is like, we need to find Frederick, and nobody gives a fuck about Gilbert.
Yeah.
Maybe it was a situation. Maybe it wasn't as an option for maybe not so bad. Was that it was him and Frederick who were in the situation, and Gilbert was like ahead of them, like he was running further.
Gilbert
ahead,
might
I
have been
think.
the one they were telling to run, to be honest, which is why they don't know where he is, if Frederick was still with him. But
Anyway, it's all.
But in my head, I think Gilbert was already gone somewhere, and then it was the two of them, and then Harold was like, Frederick, keep going. Like, that's what I think. But I don't know. I mean, we won't know until Harold... But Harold was being really more and more vocal throughout, so maybe he will wake up soon, especially if I keep healing him, and maybe he'll have more to say to us.
Oh, he is, because I'm gonna have a long chat.
I can't wait to see that come to
I'm
fruition.
so excited.
Yeah, you guys don't even need to come for that episode.
That would be an hour long episode. I'm telling you now.
I would, and I can't wait for it. I'm
Yeah.
here for it.
I am more than happy to have a one-to-one session.
No, because we need to be here to react.
Yeah.
I need to, like,
Listen in at the door.
soak it in.
We'll sit behind the board like Maria used to,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's going to be so good.
and then
I mean, you healed me as
Yeah.
well.
I did.
And
yeah.
Miriam was like, "This is the."
Rihanna was like, wow, what is this?
Yeah, I mean, I was just like, because I hadn't thought about what her reaction to that would be. I was like, I mean, the thing she's seen magic for is people transforming into demons and that sort of thing.
Fighting and killing.
Yeah, that sort of thing, and like that's all insane magic stuff. But the fact that
It's
you
not
are
good,
able
yeah.
to heal and you could use
Yeah.
magic to do a positive thing,
I
that's
really loved your moment where you were like, that is
No,
the best
same.
form of magic.
it's like like, yeah, I think it was like, it said something along the lines of like, you know, humans have got so many ways of hurting each other. But like, especially as kind of think about like the quality of medicine in this time period and everything as well. The fact that
100%.
This is
like-
what Jonathan is so worried about. You're gonna start pulling threads.
she's just expressing her admiration because these girls need it.
No, because then it was the whole conversation.
And then,
with
yeah, that
you.
was episode 3 was when
I think
we had...
that was the end of episode 3.
Yeah.
That really was so much. Like, I was really like, that. I actually don't know how to talk about it. Like,
I knew that conversation was coming from...
kind of same, just from how you were, like, how Marianne was with Rosalind and the, like, the whole of the moon ball.
Yeah, no, I was consciously thinking of like, okay, so I'm gonna see Rosalind in this insane, like, mental state, and she's gonna be really bad off. Marianne's gonna want to talk with her, and just like thinking through the sort of thoughts that would come up in her head.
No, I'm so glad she did.
And it came, like, I'm glad that you got to it, like, naturally.
Yeah,
too. Like, it wasn't like, and now I'll take Rosalind aside and I'll have a word with her.
I was like, well, it makes sense as like a, like, dovetail in just to be like, thank you again for healing me, and then...
But it was just so, like, it's so hard because it's so everything Rosalind needs to hear, and everything that, like so much of that is stuff that, like she's just never heard or, like, applied to herself. And, like, and it's so amazing, but it's also so, like, she so doesn't know how to take it. Like, and I felt so, like, I think about 3/4 of the way through the conversation, she just stopped being able to look at Marianne. Like, there was a point where I was really just, like, staring at the table because she just didn't know, like, how to handle it. And, you know, it isn't as simple as, like, she's not suddenly going to believe all of that about herself. But, like, hearing it from somebody, it was just really overwhelming, especially in the state she was in. And, like, yeah, it was really everything that I wanted. Like, everything that it was so much. I can't talk about it.
I had a moment where I was really proud of Rosalind because Marianne was like, I'm really sorry that this happened to you. And you went to say, it's okay, it's fine. And then you didn't, and you're like, it's not your fault. And I was like, my girl's not just saying that everything's fine.
No, this is what I was also really proud of her for in a lot of these episodes. And I get it, because, like, with something of this magnitude, she kind of couldn't be like, no, but it's great. Like, you know?
But still, like, she could have still just been like, it's fine, like, I'll
well,
just...
this is the thing, because, you know, I've obviously been thinking about how she's going to be, and I do think there might be moments of it, but I was worried that she would go so much more down the route of isolating herself and not sharing anything with anyone. But, like, she just couldn't do that because it was too much. But, like, yeah, little things like that. There were so many things in... Because when I was having that conversation with you, it was so odd. Like, it's so odd being in Rosalind's brain. Because there were so many things that she, like, almost said that were, like, her really bad, toxic patterns of things that she says to herself. And I'm like, she still had the thoughts, but she didn't say them out loud. And I'm like, that's a step, you know? Because there were so many of the times where I was like, oh, but it was my fault though. Oh, but it wasn't though. Like, oh, but whatever though. Like, and like.
Canonically, that's how Rosalind...
No.
Oh, but it's whatever though.
That's not how she thinks. But like because one of the first bits you said was like, you're not the first and you won't be the last woman to be betrayed by a man.
That was one of the things I exactly knew I was going to say. I was like, that's coming
so good.
That was
and
good.
There was really like there was a response that I can't remember what, but there was a response that she had to that she didn't say out loud, that I was really proud of her for not saying out loud. Because so much of Rosalind, like, she is grasping that, like, she does hate men now, I think, like, quite strongly. Right. But she still also blames herself for the whole Viscount situation. And she really wanted to be like, okay, but this one is my fault. Like, I was just stupid. But she didn't, and I was really proud of her. And there were, like, so many other bits that she nearly was like, you don't know me, like, you're just wrong about me, though. And she didn't, and I was really proud. But then it also, like, on the other hand, there were, like, she really wanted to kind of share with Marianne and, like, be really honest with her about stuff as well. Like, she nearly talked about her mother. Like, whoa. And I'm really... she didn't do that either. But I'm just saying, like, both the thoughts were there. Like, the positive thing to do, which is being honest and accepting things, and also the toxic negative patterns that she has. And they were both just there. And she didn't really go for either of them. She just, like, was present with what Marianne was saying, which for Rosalind, I genuinely think is, like, huge character progress. Like, yeah, but, like, so much, like, I as Taya am just so grateful to Marianne, because I feel like I'm this, like, custodian of Rosalind, and I'm really like, yes, that's what she needed.
Yeah, I'm really glad that, because obviously part of coming in with as a guest
Yeah.
is wanting to play on the existing things that exist, and part of that was making Marianne a bit older and a bit more experienced, because obviously she's still in her early 20s. It's not like she's like
an adult, really.
yeah, she is like an adult and she's married and everything, so she's got a different status. But you're just hearing what you two had said about like the 3 characters, and sort of like trying to find a place that would work as a character that would kind of be like foil them, so having some points of contrast but some points of similarities.
Yeah.
So that's why I went for a character who's from similar sort of social background. But because I remember you kind of joking about Rosalind doesn't know what sex is. And I was like, I think it'd be interesting to have a character that's not so much in that situation. Because obviously that wasn't what it was like for every woman in that station.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, have her be a bit more experienced, a bit more worldly.
Yeah.
That's why she's from the city. She's seen a lot, she's obviously no awareness of demonic
she's been
stuff.
Given more. I feel like she's just been given more authority of herself, or not even given, but like she just
taken.
She just has it, in
Yeah.
a way that like, well, Rosalind hasn't,
Yeah, and you've definitely seen by this point that Marianne definitely has an interest in things like education. Because obviously that was one of the big kind of pushes forward in kind of women's rights in the era, was even with people who were like, nope, a woman's job is to, be married and have a husband, be married, have children, that sort of thing. The role of women's education was something that was still seen as important, and there were increasing efforts to improve it during this period. And so that's one of those things where like how kind of moderate, how radical as a person is. Women's education could fit anywhere on that, but it was definitely a kind of thing that was being pushed forward, and so that's one of the things that Marianne thought that she can express openly in terms of
it's just so like
thoughts she might have that she might not entirely wish to express publicly, because as she said in the session to Jonathan was, I know not to say things that will get me locked up. So
she's very self-aware, I think.
That's
the sense I
it's
get.
interesting because I feel like it wasn't necessarily specifically intentional for you, but it just kind of thing that ended up emerging was that they are both kind of have modeled themselves to be the sort of ideal woman, but in very
like, the
different
opposite
ways.
Yeah.
Because obviously, a woman was expected to be beautiful and desired, and
and that was it.
catch a husband and everything. But also, women have responsibility to run the household. They had to, they managed the household finances. They had to, train and organise the servants.
And I think that was the other thing I wanted to say about Marianne is like the way that she cares about the servants. It really is it makes me really happy.
That's part of what she's that's
I like Talia, who goes out of her way to get children beaten, if you remember early episodes.
She does not. That was also in session 0, so nobody knows what you're talking about.
It was referenced in game.
No, it's just there was a scarecrow incident in one of the.
No, that's not what he's talking about.
He's talking
With
about
the
two
two
boys in-
Tom and Jerry.
Tom and Jerry.
Thomas and Gerald or whatever. Gerald.
And the barriers.
Who were peeking in on us.
And the barrier who was like, oh, I'm gonna beat you and I'm gonna tell them Miss Talia, whatever.
She was like, don't do that. Just don't hit them. And he was like, I'm gonna make sure they know.
Yeah.
BBG, Tom and Jerry.
Yes.
But so we got distracted, but the long and short is love Marianne.
And then
And then the cards.
the cards.
Oh my god, the cards. And I'm so scared of them. The feelings that go through me when they're on the
Cards
table.
will tell. Past, the present, and the future as well. I'm scared of the cards, but
I'm scared you're getting possessed by the cards.
I'm really attached to the cards. I want to take them home with me.
Is what you said public knowledge for?
No, I didn't realise you were back there.
Wait, what did he say?
Nothing.
I'm not allowed to say, apparently.
What?
Nothing I was supposed to hear,
Yeah.
but Maijai got told.
Me and Morne don't know about these cards.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
going to the card time with you.
No, I'm not going to, but I just want to. I just don't want anybody else being near them. I don't want anybody else to be able to touch
So
them.
in real life, you're also getting possessed by them.
Wow,
I did
I'm
touch
afraid.
them multiple times, being like,
Yeah, and I was
And
really like
I've tried to like just like shuffle them back, and the revenge card
came
somehow
up both times.
came
That
up,
was
like, on
really
top.
scary.
Yeah.
I know that you guys couldn't see that, but literally every time revenge ended up on the top, it was
Yeah.
scary.
I mean, it was only twice, but
still.
That was horrible, actually.
You need to
That
do it a
was
few
really
more times to see
horrible.
where get you
yeah.
Like, Agatha got so upset about them. Like, she was really, like,
Yeah.
she did not want
And
them.
the fact that you just Maijai holding the card right by me, you had a smile.
I couldn't get rid of it. I don't know who that was.
Yeah, and I was like,
And I don't know what it
Talia
was
or
for.
Maijai.
I don't know if it was like uncomfortable. I was really like, stop doing that. Why? Like, I was really like shocked by my face. I was like, stop doing that.
I was like, why? I'm telling you to get it away from me. You're just grinning at me like an idiot. I was like, stop it.
That's scary!
I
That's
think it
actually
was just
scary.
me.
Yeah. And then you threw them at me.
You threw the devil card at you because that's yours. That's Agatha's.
That's my card.
What do you mean the devil card is Agatha's?
I want to know if there's a method to them moving them around.
Yeah, because
That's why I asked
way-
if it was a puzzle.
the order that you said was so specific.
Yeah.
And then it was like, now they're right. That's the correct way for them to be. I'm really like, what does that mean? What do you mean, sir?
No, ask Rosalind.
It was
Oh,
making
shit.
I mean,
Yeah.
it was making the shape of like an archway, like a
Yeah.
gate.
In Temple's Gate.
And also
But
the
yeah.
gate between worlds. That's really
Yeah.
good, isn't
Oh,
it?
and that.
No, so it was really, then we were like meant to go and give them over, and I couldn't do it. And I kept waiting for you to do it, and I saw you kept looking at me, waiting for me to do it, and I was like,
Rosalind wasn't going to say anything about the
no, I
cards. They're
know.
yours.
I know.
Like,
But like, she's not going to say anything about
yeah,
it.
I knew, and Rosalind knew that. That's why she started talking about Lucas.
Yeah.
And, like, other
But what was it? There was really a moment. Something happened, and I was really like, I don't remember what it was.
I can't believe I wrote down like an episode prior, Talia and Agatha beef part 2 incoming, and then that happened. Because like really, we've left it unresolved. Like,
As always,
like,
high five
the
for
last
unresolved
you
issues.
two interacted was you crying, being like, I don't want that. You throwing a card at her, and then Agatha running away and not talking to you.
Yeah.
So like,
And I didn't talk to you either. You were like trying to talk to me, and I was like, no, just.
it was really that was a sweet moment though that you like tried to have with her.
There was Thomas was really sweet too though when he was like,
Oh,
do you want to be alone or like do you want me here? That was really
That
cute.
was cute. Thomas is so wholesome. I love him.
I really thought that the beef that we spoke about was gonna come up when we were beefing.
Really?
What beef was that?
Well, there's potential beef that could have happened. I'll tell you later.
They don't want me to hear about it, so I don't encourage
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not
They've
safe to
learned
talk
their
with the
lessons,
DM
so-
around.
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
I will keep my ears to the ground.
It was also
I'll hear it.
it like so odd because like so much of the conversation like around the cards, like Rosalind really wanted to go and find Agatha and like apologize and make sure she was okay. But then she also just couldn't because she was like, it wasn't her, like it wasn't her thing. Like the whole of the card situation. And I think it's so odd because I think Rosalind, before all of this new trauma happened, really would have been like, what are both of you doing? Like, stop it. Like, and she would have, but like,
really
but at the
weird.
minute she was really just like floating and she was really just like, well, there's nothing I can say or do. Like, it's not, it's, like she was really just like, couldn't do anything, and like she felt so bad because she so desperately wanted to like make sure you were okay and like say sorry, but she just like couldn't do anything.
But I got some more words out of my dad.
You
So
did.
squeezed his hand.
Keep going.
Keep going.
We spoke about your dad.
We didn't really. I mean,
I spoke about
we spoke about your beef with my dad and not finding Gilbert.
Yeah. Do you know what's really difficult for these
What?
past like 4 episodes that we've just
What?
filmed? Is really like,
That you hate Frederick.
yeah.
And I'm
Basically.
obsessed with him.
But it's along the lines of Rosalind's blaming herself. Talia knows that it's not Rosalind's fault. Talia's blaming Frederick, but she can't shift Rosalind off to like blame
No,
somebody else because
no.
the only person that there is Frederick, and she's never going to blame Frederick.
Yeah. Well, this is, I genuinely am like, if anything is going to be an issue in the Rosalind-Talia relationship going forward, it's Frederick. And I think that was always how it was going to be, and I've just not really been aware of it until this
I was
happened.
so aware of it. Every time I brought him up, I was like, stop fucking saying that. Why? What are you doing? Shut up.
It's so much. And it was so like, it's so odd because as Taya, I'm like, I completely understand and agree with all of Talia's instincts about not finding Gilbert and about everyone's going to push us to find Frederick first. But like Rosalind, the Lulu girl, was really just like, what do you mean? Like, it's the same. Like, of course that won't happen. Like, stupid. But then at the same time, she then did drop out of that conversation quite quickly, which she felt really bad about. But like, she just started then, it really started sinking in for her about like, oh, if we're finding Frederick next, we're finding Frederick next. And I'm here. And I lost his ring. And I lost my hand, and I'm not perfect anymore, and that was the only thing he ever cared about me for, and I just want him to love me and see me, and that's why I did all of this, but I fucked everything up.
Yeah,
like
Talia knows that that's a thought process,
Yeah,
and she's like, I'm going to kill him.
I'm aware, but Rosalind is so delusional, and she's so obsessed with Frederick, and she loves him so much, and I don't know why, and I do, but like, I can't make her see sense with him, and she can't make herself see sense with him, like, she's always just going to be obsessed with him, and idolise him.
I really don't know
she knows it's
what
bad.
Talia is going to do when they find Frederick.
No, I know, and this I'm quite scared.
I'm quite concerned.
I'm worried
to be honest.
because I think Frederick is sort of being set up as this like really contentious thing already, and I kind of knew he would be, but I just wasn't thinking about it.
No, same.
Like,
I just thought that I'd be able to like put it away. I thought that I would be able to deal with it on my own time, and that it wouldn't like come up with us. I really thought that I would find it a lot easier to like, because that's what I've always done with
the
it.
problem is Rosalind also knows that because there's so much like every time she like had a breakdown and was crying, there was so much she wanted to say about her dad, and like she just didn't around Talia because she, like there is still that like even though she is Delulu, there is a layer of awareness there of like you're not gonna respond, like you're just gonna tell me I'm wrong, you know, and like you would be right, like Rosalind, like I think. It's complicated, but like, yeah, it's a lot. What happened?
I don't know.
Again.
Yes.
Oh, we're doing a prison break.
We're doing a prison break.
That's what happened.
That's how it ended.
Yeah, because you very much have Marianne's back the whole time of being like,
I love Marianne.
it was like, it's so fun. I love the shift because like when our initial vibe was quite,
Oh yeah, you two.
like, it's a bit like, there's a bit of contrition
Stop
there.
posturing, child.
And then the thing is, because now it's like,
Now I'm like, we're the same.
now we're on the same side. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, nice.
Yeah.
And it's sweet that you're the one who gave you a dress as well, like because I don't know, I just think it's cute because you two feel like you're like you have each other's backs in a really like unspoken but like really solid way.
Yeah, is that kind of like, because I think as well, because we can both be able to tell that we both got martial training.
Yeah.
And how we were hitting things and being
Yeah.
like a,
I was like, oh, you're like me. I was like, there's nobody else like us, but you're like me.
we've both been getting up to the same shit we should not be getting up to.
Absolutely.
Nice.
Yeah, I enjoy that.
Yeah, so we did that, and then because I think we all had the same reaction when it was being like you do that. We get Maestra, like the Maestra out of Newgate, then you go back living your life, and we'll keep
Yeah.
each other secrets. And we all thought like, oh, okay, this is how I'm being like plateaued.
then he was
it was
like,
so you're
coming?
joining?
Yeah.
I was like, hell yeah, prison break.
No, I'm obsessed.
I really liked our little moment, like when I went and got you, and I was like, he thinks he's in charge.
I like that you like had a moment with each of us. Like even
Yeah,
though
that
I guess the one was shut down, it was still a nice moment in terms of you reached out and then you respected her boundaries.
Yeah.
Like, you know, that was still something. Like
Yeah,
I
I
knew you were there for her if she wanted you to be.
Yeah, I think like Rosalind was the only one where I was like, this is a conversation that needs to happen
Yeah.
because obviously she's in the midst of a breakdown.
Yeah.
But I was like, okay, opportunities, have to take them.
Yeah,
I'm not going to be here for long, I need to take them right now.
Yeah. No, but I really liked yours, and I really liked your little like joke with each other about Jonathan thinks he's in charge.
Yeah.
It was really good.
Yeah.
But we're doing a prison break.
I'm so excited.
I'm so excited.
I'm so glad you're with us for it.
Yeah,
that
me
is
too.
correct.
Yeah, this is going to be so fun.
If you can get Rosalind
I
out of the
hope
house.
that we get some hit points back.
Yeah, I hope
Yeah.
this is like we've got weeks of planning so we can like get our hit points back up.
I hope at least we can have a couple days so that like you can use all your
this
spell
is what
slots
I mean.
every day to
If
heal
we
all of
have a
us.
few days, yeah, I'll just use all my spell slots to do cure wounds on everyone
Every day.
every day, and then it's fine.
No, we're doing it like tomorrow. We're doing it today.
Well, I know Rosalind is gonna do it. This is the thing. Like as a player, like I know that she will get over this and do it, but I'm really like, she doesn't think she is.
Do you know what it's going to be?
Currently,
though?
she's absolutely like, yeah, you're doing it. I'm not. Like Rosalind really
Yeah.
is like not.
And what's going to happen is Talia's then going to be like, okay, I guess I'm not going. And that's what's
Yeah.
going to make her go.
Yeah.
Because Talia's really like, I'm not leaving if you're not leaving.
Yeah.
Like, that's the situation.
Yeah, I'm just really like, she's so, and it's so odd because she was really happy that she could heal people and like be of use in that way. And she's really eager to like be useful in those ways that she thinks she can. But to her still, that's like, the best thing she can do is not be involved in big important things. That's how she's now thinking since this Viscount thing. Because she fucked up so badly with that she's just like, yeah, my mother was right, I shouldn't try and do anything.
I
Like,
really
I can't do anything.
hate
So like,
the amount of times that Rosalind was like, I'm glad to be of use that way. I'm really
Yeah, I
like,
was like,
stop. You're not of use. You're just, we want you there. And we, like, your existence is more than just your use to people.
yeah, but she thinks she's not pretty anymore and she thinks that was her only thing, so. This is a fun campaign, guys. No, either she is going to go and she is going to do it, and I think it's going to be really good for her, because once she's done one mission and realised she is still useful, she's going to be fine and she's going to be able to do everything again. It's just right now she's like, the best thing I can do is stay here and like just heal people when they come in, and that's what I'll do. Like she really, and like I'll do some research with Lucas. But also, like, everyone's gonna fail if you try and do it without her, because no one else can talk to people.
Nobody's got any riz.
Like,
But it's fine. You get to come save a retired opera singer from
no, the
prison.
way I think Rosalind is gonna love this woman as well. I'm really like, that's
Yeah, no,
what's gonna happen.
I'm really excited to meet the Maestra.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get to play a new NPC that you came up with, which
Yeah.
is fun.
Probably won't have an Italian accent, but we'll see. Depends when we film.
She's lost it from all her travels everywhere.
Yeah, she has been around a lot.
Just needs to be subtle.
Yeah, a little like hint of it. I'm so excited to meet her. Like,
Yeah.
you set her up as a really cool NPC.
Yeah, 'cause
when
she's-
you were talking about her, I was writing notes because I was like, wow, she sounds really cool.
Yeah, I saw you writing the notes. I was like, well, this is my one opportunity to like say who she is, so I'm gonna take it because this. Yeah, looking into her was probably some of the most research I had to do for Marianne's backstory, because I was like, well, Italy doesn't exist yet.
Yeah.
But I was like, okay, Kingdom of Naples, that's like a good bet because that was there for a while, and so it's fairly cohesive and very large.
And
I was like,
quite like esteemed.
yeah, and also I was like trying to find a name because obviously it's not too difficult to find names of some like names from a country. The areas within that country is a lot more tricky.
They were like split regions then.
Yeah, and especially because Italy had a bunch of different languages.
Yeah.
Like they would have spoken Neapolitan.
Yeah. Oh, that's true. That's really cool.
Because standard Italian is Tuscan. But
That's so.
But like all different
interesting,
areas in Italy, like they're very similar to each other, but they are their own languages.
yeah.
You said Neapolitan and my
Yeah.
interest was piqued.
But yeah, so I was
You're so cute.
trying to find a name for her, and I was like, Elisabetta. Looked around, okay, that does seem to genuinely be an Italian name. Any Italians, I am so sorry. I promise. I did so much research. I tried. Yeah, and then Marsilio.
That's such a good name.
Yeah, to be fair, I did find, because I was trying to find examples of Italian names, and I found one. I found a couple I was going through, and I was looking at Ancestry.com
Nice.
to see if any examples of that name from people who were born in the right area.
Oh, cool.
And it's really fun because I did find some people who were born in where the Kingdom of Naples is, with their last name Marsilio, who were specifically from L'Aquila. I believe that's how it's pronounced, which is the specific town I have been considering having her from.
Oh, what?
Oh my god.
That's so cool.
I was like, I don't necessarily
That's
want
so
to specify
cool.
like an exact place just because that might be limiting me. But I was like, that one could be fun. I was like, wait, no, don't specify. And then I saw that, I was like,
That's amazing.
That's
just
from
fun.
L'Aquila.
Yeah. That's so cool.
I also now need to go to Italy to go there.
Why don't we just go to her hometown and like hang out?
I mean,
What's happening in your brain?
They did a prison break to get Gilbert out.
That was so funny.
That's what cheered me up. Like Rosalind was really like on the verge of tears, and then he said that, and I was happy again because I was like, Gilbert.
I want to know what that man
No,
is.
same.
I'm so intrigued.
I
That's
hope
so
we
fun.
find. Do you know, DM? You know.
I know everything
Yeah.
and nothing.
I hope we find out by the end of the campaign. Like
just
someone
think we
must.
will.
That's the first thing we
Harold
need to-
must know. Harold will tell us if he wakes up.
That's the first thing, like when you see your dad again, just like, so why did you punch that guy like 5
Yeah.
times?
No, but it was so sweet because Gilbert is so like never angry.
I
and
forget
never
you've not
violent.
met Gilbert.
Yeah, Gilbert is like the sweetest, softest soul, but it's also just so fun because it's a real moment of Talia. Like I was really like, oh, you're like he is Talia's because they're so similar in like every way except the like rage.
Yeah.
And then like
You know, he's not a woman.
yeah. But like it's like that was like Rosalind was really like she was really happy about
I really think that he like said something about Amelia.
No,
or he, like,
same,
said something
same.
about Talia, or both of them, or something
No,
like that.
that's what I thought. That's what I thought.
It could be something like demonic, but I just think that he said the wrong thing about Amelia at the wrong time.
Yeah, no, I agree. I agree.
Yeah.
I hope it was that because
Yeah,
like,
me too. I'm like, it was that time where like he can just like get out of control really easy, so he's like a bit more angry, and I'm what? Anyway,
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Oh my god, there was a moment. Like I know this is absurd, because I forgot. There was a moment when you made Maijai do a wisdom saving throw for the cards. I thought you were making them do it for turning into a demon for some reason, and I was really like, why? But that was when it was just me and you in the room, and I was really like, am I gonna die? I was really like, are you gonna have history repeat itself like out of nowhere? But it was fine. It was about cards.
I've never seen Frederick's face in my brain so much playing this game than I have today.
I'm upset. I can't put this down. Like, I'm gonna carry this around with me all evening. That's pathetic.
Oh, it's another thing to blame Frederick for. I forgot that like it's his fault that Amelia's dead too.
Yeah.
Oh. Did you not know that either?
You hadn't told me that, Beth.
Oh, okay.
It's not necessarily his fault in that
Gilbert
time.
Gilbert does what Talia does.
Yeah.
And there's apparently this time where like if the planets align right, like it's really easy for us to like lose control and kill the thing around us. And he killed Amelia. But he doesn't know that he killed Amelia.
Oh.
But Frederick was there, and Frederick
and
cleaned
Jonathan
it all
were
up.
the only people there.
And they were the
who,
only
like,
ones
kept
who knew
the
about it.
secret
And I
forever.
really like Frederick's a really powerful sorcerer.
Carried the burden, some might say.
But I'm just like, I know that Gilbert would have done the same thing that you did to Agatha of like, if I get out of control, sort me out.
Yeah,
you know?
and he didn't.
Yeah.
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 So,
Oh no.
Yeah.
I don't like Frederick for multiple.
That's very.
As Taya, I've started to hate him.
Yeah.
As Ros-
This
but,
started
but I've
yesterday.
never had such a weird experience of playing a character with such opposing views. Because for all of Rosalind's issues and like the absolute agony that she has around her dad, she just is so delulu. And anytime she really like seriously thinks about him, this delusion kicks in and she becomes this 5-year-old and he's just like the best man ever. And like she loves him more than anything ever. And like I am just obsessed with him and think he's like everything. And it's so odd that I am like, I can't put this down and I'm so attached to him. And but at the same time, like as Taya, I actually hate him. It's really weird. It's a really weird time for me. Rosalind's a weird character to play.
I feel like we've spoken loads and like spoken over you two every time.
Yeah,
Sorry,
same.
Do you have any
Yeah.
more things to add and we won't interrupt?
I don't think so. Just
To be fair, you had quite a quiet episode. That was like a lot.
yeah.
It was very intense.
It was most of the things I did was hold my dad's hand, tell people to look after my dad, hold my dad's hand.
That's
like
Some people listen, some
That's
people
when I thought your beef was going to start again, was when like Talia wasn't looking after him when you told her to.
I mean, I was annoyed, but like I understood. But it wasn't until the cards where I was like, yeah, I'm annoyed.
Yeah.
Like
I think you would have been more annoyed if it wasn't like literally 5 seconds later she walks in.
Yeah.
Because that shows that like I was still checking on him.
If you had just not been there for like ages, then
Yeah.
I would have kicked off. But
Yeah. I still think you two are gonna have more beef soon. I can just feel it brewing.
I just hope
Talia
that we
and
don't
Agatha
stop
always
being friends
just-
I
in
was
real
about to say,
life.
make a promise, because it won't come from me. You're the one who will do it. Make a promise that if Agatha starts hating Talia, you won't start hating me again.
But I don't hate you.
Right, last
You didn't speak to me for a month.
I know. I spoke to you.
You didn't really.
Last time Talia and Agatha hated each other, because they hated each other for a bit, Morne and Maijai just like, they didn't stop being friends, but they just like stopped talking as much and as freely and like being as like tactile. It was really weird. And neither of them really realised until after Talia and Agatha had like sort of made up, because then they were like friends again.
I didn't realise straight away, but I realised before we were friends again.
Yeah, I didn't realise, and I feel bad because I love
then-
Maijai, and Maijai is one of my best friends,
And
and
then-
I don't want to just ignore you.
The episode that they were then like became friends again, Mum was really like, oh, I've not like hugged you in ages. I don't know what this is all about. Like, I just feel really close to you. I'm like, yeah.
Funny.
Yeah,
Lol.
I love you.
I love you. I hope our girls don't go mental. I make no promises. They will.
They do.
It is fun drama when these two hate each other. Not for Rosalind, she hates it, but for Taya, I live for it.
I always feel so bad for Rosalind when
when
we're having beef.
Well, yeah, because Rosalind
Yeah.
always ends up like struggling, like. But I just don't think that would happen because Rosalind just so has her own things going on at the minute.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Why I've planted the seeds. Waiting for it to
I'm
blossom.
worried. I feel like he has so many devious ideas for acting.
Oh, he's
got a shit plan.
devious.
Like, why are we doing a prison break? That's so rogue. Love it.
Because my NPC's in a prison.
get floor plans.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I always thought we would do a prison break, but I always thought it would be me and Agatha breaking Talia out of prison because I always thought Talia was just going to get arrested at some point.
She might still.
Yeah.
Still time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless you
But
take
hey,
time
now you'll
off.
have experience of doing prison breaks.
It's true. If we ever need to do one again.
It's old hat. You know how to do it.
Yeah.
Right. I feel like we keep rambling and going off track. So
Right.
we should do favourite moments.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about
and
that.
then, from any of the episodes, I think.
Yeah. Mr. DM Man needs to start.
Favourite moments, DM man? All of that.
Introducing my little card game thing. It's not a game.
Fair. That's fair.
Card readings, because I've been excited for those for a while. What else? Oh, it was all good. It was all good. Good stuff.
Kitta?
Starting with me, I loved our conversation. I was
Yeah.
so excited for that.
That's one of mine as well, I think.
Yeah, I really liked that moment. I liked getting to have moments with both of you as well, because like Mum Rosalind, like I said, it's like that was one I knew.
Was coming.
I knew that was coming, but then just the opportunity arose, and I was like, yeah, I need to do this. But yeah, and getting to explain some of the history with Elisabetta and that sort of thing, and then there's certain little some of the things that got planted that hopefully could end up.
So intrigued by this.
Same.
Yeah, and certain papers she's copying across.
I am so
I'm
confused
confused
by what she's
about.
copying.
I don't think you know. I'll message you to tell you what that is. But yeah, there's certain things like that which I'm excited to be able to then like, kind of things I can kind of sort of gift you, but then you to kind of carry on with the rest of the
interesting.
campaign. Not necessarily a literal gift, but sort of things where,
It's like handover.
yeah, hand over to just be able to be like a. Because hopefully, yeah, I feel like at least Marianne's going to definitely have been like a positive influence.
Yeah.
Like as they go into the new act and be able to kind of be that kind of positive connection for them go forwards, because I feel like they need those.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I really am like, regardless of when Mary Ann leaves and like starts living her own life again, like after this prison break, like you're someone in these girls' lives now. Like
Yeah.
we're gonna check in the future for sure.
You need to, because I feel like we established you don't actually know Marianne's first.
Oh
you
my
don't know
god,
her name
we
yet.
still don't actually know her first
I was
name.
kind of just expecting Talia to be like, so what's your real name? At some point.
Yeah.
I thought we already knew it.
Lol.
I forgot. Sorry.
Yeah, that's alright.
That's my bad. Favourite moments?
When you healed Harold and like him talking, and I'm just glad that I've got my dad.
My favourite moments were, I just bit my cheek and my tongue. I enjoyed our like little like cleaning you bit.
Yeah.
But like even though it was really sad, it just felt very like
It was
sweet.
cathartic,
It was a really nice,
yeah.
and we were both like, I love you so
Yeah,
much, and it was
yeah.
really like, oh, that's
That was
very
really
cute.
sweet.
I liked the cards. The cards were fun. I always enjoy when I don't get control of my character a little bit, where she's just a bit like sometimes in the right ways I'm really like and yeah, I liked your moment
Yeah.
a lot. I was really like, thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, if Talia had heard that, she really would have been like, Marianne is my best friend forever.
Like, you're never leaving, I love you, but you can do whatever you want because I respect you as a person and you can make your own choices. Yeah.
Mine is like this. My favorite moment is our conversation, the whole conversation, and yeah, you like cleaning Rosalind and like holding her in bed, like that. But like when we were saying that we loved each other, because I was really like in all of it, like that was just so what she needed in that moment, and I'm glad she got it.
Yeah.
You know.
And just like us being stood holding hands for ages, like in a room of people, I was really like,
Yeah.
Yeah, just like having Talia as a bit of an anchor, especially in those first two, was really, really good. So that and our conversation are my favourites. And the fact we're doing a prison break.
yeah,
So excited.
I'm very excited.
Yeah, closing thoughts are I'm excited to do a prison break.
I really can't wait.
if I get Rosalind to do it.
I never thought that we'd be doing a prison break at level 4.
We are level 4.
Like,
We can do it.
Yeah.
We're all going to be humans. It's fine.
Yeah.
with your 20 Riz, we're good. Your 20 Riz and my 20 con, we're
Yeah.
Oh, we leveled up. We said that.
Yeah, we have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I now have Max Con, which is very fun. Anything else? No?
I think not. Closing thoughts from DM, perhaps?
Nope.
Okay.
No.
All right.
Well,
Until then.
thank you for joining us.
Oh,
and
wait, yeah, you need to like follow and.
If you like our content, like, subscribe, follow.
Go give them money on
above.
Patreon.
Thank you
Yes.
to Patreons. which
Thank you
we-
to our patrons. But we'll put you on the screen, which we never do, but we will because DM/editor is shaking his head at me. But genuinely,
Thank
we
you so
appreciate you so much. And yeah, go follow all our social medias if you don't already. I am in charge of it, so that's cool. And I post really dumb stuff sometimes. If you like memes, go to Instagram. If you like stupid videos, go to TikTok.
And follow our individual accounts as well. We never say that, but I feel like it would be nice just to support
cute.
us individually.
As actors.
Check out my OnlyFans.
Until next time.
Yeah, thank
Submissive
you.
and subscribable.
Bye, Mum Attack. Love you.